All right, everyone, we are back for round 5. We actually have the top table here, so both these players are 4-0. We got Jeskai Control versus Burn, two pretty good Tier 1 modern decks, I'd say. Yeah, sorry, we couldn't find a game for round 4 because everybody was in game 3, so there was not a match that we could bring up. But we do have this good one for 5 here, so hopefully this is a good match. Could be quick, could be long, depends on who's winning, I guess.
Yeah, this is a sweet matchup. I think there's a lot of play here. Obviously, there's a lot more play for the Jeskai player, but the Burn player has a lot of interesting decisions here. You got to play around cards like Lightning Helix, try to play around Spell Queller as best you can.
Yeah.
I think this matchup's interesting.
I think this was actually a pretty. I think I watched one of the maybe top 8 of a recent Star City event was this match in Modern, and it was pretty interesting. So Patrick is definitely playing Jeskai. Looks like he's got a pretty good hand.
Yeah, Electrolyze, search for his Kanta, a couple lands.
Yeah, it looks like both players have a pretty strong hand. I saw Tyler's hand has 2 lands and 2 creatures, so.
Yeah, those.
Searing Blaze is not great, but.
Okay, so Patrick's on the play. That's a big deal. See you, man.
Adios.
If Tyler on the play, we'd see this Goblin Guide get in for 4 damage.
So Ty is on the play.
Patrick had. Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Okay, Patrick said he's keeping first, so maybe he just jumped the gun.
Basic Mountain. Nice.
Patrick is really going to need to draw a Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
Like, Electrolyze is not a good answer to turn 1 Goblin Guide on the draw.
That's, in there for 2.
Oh,
there's your Lightning Bolt.
The God draws. Patrick the God.
Don't need to be lucky when you're good.
Seriously.
It's a Lava Spike.
So I think if you're Tyler here, you jam creature number 2.
Lava Spike, yeah.
There are some players that like to hold on to their creature until they can ensure that it gets in for damage.
Sure.
Because let's say you only had 1 creature in play right now, and your opponent could fetch for a path or a bolt or something.
Yeah.
Some players hold their creatures until they can guarantee it gets in for 2 or 1 or something, which makes sense.
Yep.
So Patrick's gonna have to fetch shock here, because I assume he wants to kill the Goblin Guy, but not before he gets the land trigger. And unless there's a Helix on top,
all right,
he's probably wants to kill the Goblin Guide.
And for 4, Cryptic.
Yeah, fetch that away.
Maybe a little slow.
But yeah, he's going to have to fetch shock. Patrick really wishes that was an Arid Mesa.
Yeah. So do you kill the Swiss Spear or the Guide here?
I think you kill the Swiss Spear.
Yeah.
And the reason to kill the Swiss Spear is because the Guide can give you some more lands. And the Swiss Spear is the one that can be tough to kill later, and also... yeah, okay. Good choice, Patrick. Good choice.
So it takes 2 down to 10. Logic Knot. Well, that could be all right, but I think Patrick's only going to land it. He's going to shock it in.
Patrick might ambush Viper.
Yeah. But
Doesn't Patrick have a Glacial Fortress in it?
Ooh, but you know what? If he tries to ambush Viper, Tyler has the Searing Blaze.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that would kill him.
Yeah.
That would put him to... Just that alone would put him to, what, 3?
Well, no, because it wouldn't have landfall.
It's Searing Blaze. Oh, Searing Blaze. I was thinking Searing Blood. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, he just took the hit.
Yeah,
the 3. And Tyler has a Bolt in hand, so if... All right, he's going to go for the Bolt now. So he's going to get Logic Knotted here.
All right, Patrick, let's see. So if Patrick top decks a Lightning Helix here, Helix is the Guide.
No Helix. And he might have a Spell Snare, actually, but he can't... He only goes to 1 from... There's Serum Visions. And Patrick didn't even hit his land drop there, so he can't Electrolyze.
Jeez.
So he's at 1. Suspend Ripple.
Suspend a Ripple. Patrick staying alive.
Imminent
staying
doom.
alive. Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah.
So he took a beating from those creatures, and he had to do some awkward things
that was
with
a quick
his mana.
one.
Having to fetch shock and shock is pretty bad.
Yeah, that was a quick one.
Yeah, things did not line up there. So Patrick has some great answers in the sideboard for this. There's really a ton of things he can have. A popular one is Dispel.
Yeah.
And Dispel is solid. Sometimes it ends up, aligning awkwardly with your opponent's cards, but usually it's pretty good. He could have timer reinforcements. I'm not sure if he's on that plan. Not everybody is these days.
Could have Blessed Alliance.
Yeah, probably has Blessed Alliance. Might have something like a Celestial Purge that's actually worth bringing in.
Yeah.
But you never know. Negate. People bring in Negate. If Patrick probably has one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
People do it, and it's. I've always thought this. I tell Patrick this every other week. I say, Patrick, you got to bring in the Hindering Light. He says, Mark, that card's terrible. I'm like, Patrick, think about the Burn matchup. You bring in Negate, right? He says, of course I bring in Negate against Burn. Patrick, think if you just brought in the Hindering Light.
You'd counter target spell that targets you or a permanent you control. Draw a card. It's white-blue, if you guys didn't know what Hindering Light was, which you probably didn't.
Hell of a card.
It's one of Mark's favorite cards.
Hindering Light's better on a Spell Queller deck, but...
I wonder if Tyler is on the Shrine of Burning Rage list or just classic Burn.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is. You think Patrick's playing Sphinx's Rev?
Yes.
I've seen a lot of people playing Pull for Tomorrow instead. I think Pull From is good, but I think Sphinx's
It can't be better than Sphinx's Rev.
No, I mean, people do it, and some people actually live by it. They say, like, the one extra, like, because, for example, Pull for Tomorrow on 4 mana, as we learned from Blue-White Control and Standard, Pull for Tomorrow on 4 mana is pretty, like, it's just a fine thing. It sculpts your hand, draw 2 cards, discard something random.
Yeah.
That's a good spell. Whereas Sphinx's for 4 is garbage.
Pretty bad, yeah.
Sphinx's for 5 that's a lot of mana. Whereas Pull for 5 is like, oh, that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
So I've seen people play it, but to me, like, Sphinx's Rev, the life gain, is like absolutely indispensable. Not even in the burn matchup only, but like against like a mid-range, like a Jund deck, for example. Like putting yourself like after a grindy game, like if you're at 4 life, you need to be out of range of Bolt and Kolaghan's Command or a top deck Rabble Master.
Yeah.
And gaining 5 life can be a huge deal. Looks like a pretty good hand for Tyler.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got 2 lands, Eidolon and Bolt. So whatever the other 3 cards are, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, those are 3 good cards. Assuming you can find a second land. Oh, there's the second land for sure.
Foil Inspiring Vantage, that's a nice card.
Yeah. There's a Lava Spike to the Dome.
Turn 1 Lava Spike. You don't do that against every player, but it's good against a counterspell deck.
That is definitely true.
Sometimes you want to save your Lava Spikes for prowess
Another
triggers.
Serum Visions. So Patrick's getting some good sculpting here. So he's got Electrolyze and yet another Visions. Yeah, wow. All right.
Okay. All right.
That's 3.
So Patrick has a Dispel in hand, which seems good.
And
is that a Timely on top?
There's another Dispel on top. And a Timely. Bottoms both? Oh, he needs a land.
Oh, jeez.
No, he doesn't. He has a 3rd land.
No, he doesn't.
No, he
he's got a Scalding Tarn.
Huh.
That couldn't have been a Timely.
Yeah,
that must have been a Path.
He did bottom the Dispel, though. I definitely saw that. So Tyler could play Eidolon here. It's probably fine.
Yeah, bottoming the Dispel seems right when you have Dispel Logic Knot in hand, so I'm okay with that. Is that double Eidolon, double Bolt?
Ooh, Tyler's just going to pass the turn. Interesting. I'm assuming this is double Bolt. Maybe he doesn't want to damage himself too much. Patrick falls to 14. Probably going to see a fetch here for basic mountain and then another Bolt. So I do think that's why Tyler maybe didn't play the Eidolon there, because he doesn't want to damage himself too much.
Take the damage.
No, then he just.
No,
this is tapped.
Being pretty cautious with his life total.
Yeah.
You don't want to let the Jeskai control player get too many lands.
All right.
So I don't know about that, but does he have 3 Eidolons?
Maybe. That's a Goblin Guide. It's not bad.
So you could play out Goblin Guide and then play out Swing, see what he does, and then play Eidolon.
I like that. Vendilion Click. So there's a Bolt for that guy.
So unfortunately, Patrick can still Logic Knot this Eidolon.
Oh, but Tyler's just going to pass turn.
Is he waiting for his opponent?
I'm not sure. He's really saving these Eidolons.
So it looks like Eidolon, Skull Crack, and then something else.
And
Rift Bolt?
yeah, I'm not sure what the last card is. Maybe just a lightning bolt. But
think it's-
Patrick, yeah, now he's at the point where he can start countering things with.
Maybe
whatever
Tyler
he
just
has.
wants to sit on the Skull Crack, and if Patrick tries to Helix, but I don't think Patrick's will try to fire off a Helix if
Yeah.
he draws one, knowing about. I mean, I think Patrick sniffs the Skull Crack.
So Patrick did shuffle away the. Ooh, no land.
Oh, look, there's the negate from Patrick.
Yeah, he shuffled
Too
away
bad it's not a
the.
hindering light.
He shuffled away the click, so he could try to find a land, but still didn't get one. Maybe he's trying to set up a turn where he can go like, end step, hit you with a spell. If that's countered, then untap Eidolon. Yeah, he's just gonna get another tap Sacred Foundry.
I mean,
So
Patrick sitting on this Logic Knot is just. I'm not sure how Tyler. I don't think Tyler knows that he can't really get ahead of this.
The
Unless he
Boros
just.
Charm. I think at this point you have to stick with not doing anything and just make Patrick waste his mana. Oh, now we're gonna try to cast the Eidolon. Yeah.
I think we'll see the Logic Knot here.
See this now. This would have been better if we had 4 mana because then we can then cast another.
Yep.
Yeah, just pass. And there Patrick
There's
found
the
his 4th
land.
land.
So that thing is going to get a basic island. And I wonder if Tyler plays out Eidolon this turn, if Patrick will actually just bite the 2 damage to electrolyze it, hold up Scalding Tarn for Dispel.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
if Tyler had 1 more mana, though, these Eidolons would actually be very good. It would probably let him get another burn spell. He's 2 Boros Charms, 2 Skull Cracks, I think, in hand currently. That's enough to kill Patrick from this point, but he's got to find a way to resolve them. This is another Logic Knot?
oh, snap Logic Knot. I didn't know he had a snap.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for Tyler to win this one.
Yeah. Now there's a Helix.
Lightning Helix, and his opponent cannot. So Patrick should fire off the Helix now.
Well, he is Dispel, but yeah.
Yeah, he still fired off now.
Yeah, Tyler's at 16.
Ah, man, Patrick, I think you got to. I mean, I understand you have Dispel, but
So you should suspend
I
a Rift
don't
Bolt
see
here.
why you don't fire the Helix off there.
So Patrick only has 2 counter spells and 2 Electrolyze. Oh, and Helix. That's not bad.
Does Patrick electrolyze end of turn, you in the face, leave up Dispel?
Yeah.
Yep, there he does.
I think now you fire off a Boros Charm.
Yeah, I think so too.
And he's just going to let it go. Maybe he's going to wait for the unstep Boros Charm.
Glacial Fortress is a great draw for Patrick. That's a land he doesn't have to pay. Oh, double Glacial Fortress. Those are 2 incredibly good lands for Patrick
Yeah.
to draw. I don't think Patrick can lose at this point.
Tyler might get outburned here.
Yeah.
So it's 3 cards going to 4. A land here, Swisser's not bad, although
Yeah, you play the Swift Spear for sure.
yeah, I mean it's actually pretty good.
If Patrick does something silly, like tries to electrolyze
it.
the Swift Spear, then you Skull Crack.
Yeah.
Um,
And you can't Helix this turn. It's a tight game. All right. Can't counter that, unfortunately. Oh, the other card in Patrick's hand is a Flooded Strain. Ooh, goes for the Helix. Oh, but he has the Negate as backup. Yeah. So that's pretty good. Although now Patrick is just down to Electrolyze land. Straw is
yeah,
pretty
it's
big
pretty
for
good one
him.
to have.
Bolts, yeah, that'll help. Tyler goes to 10. So Tyler has 7 points of burn in hand. And there's a Stomping Ground. That's not very good. Yeah, I think he might be too slow here. Oh.
The Steering Blade is a good one for that
Yeah,
snap.
actually, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually.
So that was
I don't
like-
think that's enough to swing the game, but that's a big deal. I
Yeah.
mean, end of turn Electrolyze is a good play from Patrick, but that's a very good Searing Blaze.
Yeah.
Ugh. This is hella draw dependent here.
Yeah, Patrick's at 8 from the fetch.
Tyler just needs Patrick to flood.
Yeah. Or draw like search for Escanta or something.
If you're Patrick in this matchup, do you like take out some colonnades?
I don't know.
Is that what people do?
I have no idea.
Folks, tell us in chat if you played Jeskai and if you would take out some number of colonnades.
Dispel. That was a good draw.
Dispel is a good draw. But doesn't stop Lava Spike.
Yeah, or I mean, maybe if Tyler top decks like our guide, another land.
Boros Charm land.
Yeah, that was not good.
That's no good.
He's gonna pass the turn. Patrick goes to 7, which actually seems kind of risky. I mean, he's pretty far ahead, but
Yeah, I don't know why you need to fetch that land.
he said, "God, I wish I could fetch for Colin." Colin would, Colin
If
would close this
only.
one out. D-Slap says never take out the colonnades.
Yeah, I could see I can see a reason to like shave one, like especially when you're on the draw. Like you can't afford having that many tap lands, right?
There's another land from
Those
Patrick.
tap lands will punch. What did Billy Camino say? Boarding out mana in a control deck is not something you... Yeah, but I get that. I just...
So Boros Charm meets Dispel. And, oh, yikes, another long for Tyler.
Inspiring Advantage.
And there's
Gets it
Celestial
off.
Purge, which can answer a creature. I guess he has Bolt for that
I mean,
anyway.
this Jeskai control deck is probably playing 24 lands.
Maybe.
When you have this many cantrips...
Oh, another land, yikes. Although, Patrick is just on nothing right now, really, like... What is that? A path? Yeah, that's not doing much. Probably want to fetch it and stuff. Yeah. So thin the deck a bit.
It is a Celestial Purge in hand, so Patrick did bring it in.
Right. He can answer a creature. See, this is where Exquisite Firecraft is nice.
Yeah, Exquisite
Love-
Fire. I mean,
love
most,
that card.
most people play 1 or 2, so we could see that come up here. Yeah, Patrick is really pressured to close this game out.
His hand is Path Bolt Purge, which is not great. Although being at 7 does mean that 1 attack from Colonnade plus a Bolt can finish off Tyler.
Yeah.
Another yikes! Tyler drew 3 or 4 lands in a row there. That is not good. Yeah. And you know, it seems so hard from Tyler's position with your opponent having 3. Another land from Patrick as well. Oh, there's 2 bolts.
Lightning Bolt. Man, Patrick doesn't have real answers to these.
No, he really does. He has none. I mean, he can go to 1 bolt. That's going to resolve. Yep. Down to 1. That cuts off fetch lands. Oh, he just drew a shock land.
Fountain.
Oh,
no,
another land.
Inspiring Advantage.
No.
Folks, this is a
Rev Vendilion
Click.
Click, which maybe, but
so
oh, it's Helix. He's got it. Just Helix's face. Oh man.
no. Well,
Yeah,
so
there it is.
Patrick Helixes himself here, or I mean, he clicks himself. Yeah.
Oh, to try and find a counter spell.
And you throw,
Yeah.
you throw away the Celestial. Or yeah, the path, sure.
Timely, but he can't cast it. Oh my
no.
goodness.
Oh no!
Wow, that'll do it.
Baby.
Tyler takes that 2 games to 1. Wow, that was a great match.
Well, looks like Patrick should have taken out all his colonnades.
yeah, well, I don't know what that plan
man.
was. Man, that was a
Folks,
great
that
game.
Was, yeah, I thought Patrick had that one
Yeah.
a while ago.
Right. I mean, they both flooded out, but Tyler's non-flood cards were just more relevant.
What really I think the probably what the real climax of that game was when Tyler Searing Blaze that snap, because
Yeah, that was true.
That snap would
That
have
would kill
easily
them.
gone the
Oh, yeah.
And if Tyler had to use like a lightning bolt to kill that snap,
Yeah.
but that Searing Blaze was a big
Oh,
deal.
he did have the Firecrafts. He brought in 2 Firecrafts, 2 Rest in Peace. That seems good.
Yeah. Not rest in peace.
Well, it's actually even better, though, against Search for Escanta now.
You know,
It's not great, but
It's snap, logic knot, and search for Escanta. That is just not worth the card and the 2 mana. I can't imagine you want the rest in peace. But someone tell me I'm wrong.
is it better than Searing Blaze? Against 4 snaps?
I
I think it is.
think you're. Yeah. So Tyler left in Searing Blaze.
No, he took the Searing Blazes out for the Rest in Pieces. He had 1. He took
Oh,
3.
he had 1
yeah.
Searing Blaze left. I don't know. I just cannot get behind that snap, like the rest in peace. I don't know.
Well,
like,
didn't matter in Tyler's end, and
sure,
he
didn't
ended up
matter.
winning,
Yeah,
so.
Core Firewalker is a good one for
Sure.
this matchup. Patrick's only answer to it is Path.
Yeah. All right, well, that was a pretty intense round 5. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, Billy Camino says the rest in peace is loose, which I agree, and Billy Camino's is God, so I'll take that as a win for me.
A few announcements before we leave. So, as we mentioned a few times, if you want to see any of the replays of the games, if you missed one of the rounds, you can check out the YouTube channel. The replays of the games usually get updated a day or two after they air, so you can see replays there. And then you can also find Top Deck Productions on their website, topdeckproductions.com, where we have deck lists from a lot of the players you'll see on camera, as well as some articles written about various Magic topics, all formats and such. So if you want some more of our content, you can find us there, and also on Facebook. So please check that guy out. Wow, guys, please check that out if you...
please check that guy out. Everyone, please check that guy out.
Yes.
And by that
It's
guy, we
late
mean
here.
Billy Caminos.
Anyway, check us out on those sources if you like our content. But we should be back next week. So Mark and I should be on a more regular schedule if you enjoy our Friday commentary now that things are back in swing. So you can find us next week here at the same time.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, guys.